Hi, I'm Cindy Renaud. I created this film to outline the process of teaching high school students how to use screen media to create authentic, intellectually challenging digital products. The skills and knowledge the students developed in the process of making their e-portfolio and silent short film required them to be creative and critical thinkers, to be both self-directed learners and team players, and experience the potential of communicating through screen media. Before students take on the role of filmmaker and web designer, we have to front-load information or build background knowledge. We start by learning the language of screen-based media. Students were given the task of creating a silent short film that illustrates one of the 10 expeditionary learning design principles. We spent one day at Carthage College with Paul Chilson and Christine Wells, experts in the field of filmmaking and e-portfolio design. Pitching your ideas and getting feedback, students learned the basics of using a tripod and a digital video recorder and made their first practice film called Key Exercise. Shooting a key exercise helps students become familiar with using the digital video camera and working with the editing software in iMovie. The second task to which students were assigned was to design an e-portfolio. Portfolios are a required component of all students at Harborside. They start building their portfolio as freshmen and will continue adding to it and refining it throughout their high school experience. Students use their portfolio to showcase their work and accomplishments for sophomore passage and senior passage. Students were quick to recognize the advantages of having an e-portfolio as opposed to a traditional 3-ring binder. Namely, more people, like potential colleges and employers, have immediate access to their resume and can learn more about the student and see the quality of their work online.
When you are naming your pages, you need to be...
Christine went over the important do's and don'ts of web design and e-portfolio content.
Part of this process is...
He also guided students through the process of setting up a forum or a blog as a tool for communicating and providing feedback.
So close up on what? It's on her.
Finally, a block of time was etched out of the day for students to work on editing their key exercise and work on their e-portfolio. Students were able to spend some one-on-one time with both Paul and Christine to get valuable feedback on their projects. Leaving Carthage, students worked independently to shoot their film and work on their e-portfolio. While their filming was done outside of school, much of the film editing and work on their e-portfolio was done during crew and after school. Most rewarding part of this entire project was a short film fest hosted by Carthage College and Rosebud Institute. Families, friends, and the general public attended the screening. I created a short movie trailer as a way of introducing the student films.
In a world of silence, 16 students dare to be creative. And face a challenge. The Silent Shorts Film Festival, February 23rd, 2012. Be there, or be silent.
Claire's film was based on the design principle success and failure. Arabella's film was based on the design principle service and compassion. Andrew's film was based on the design principle the natural world. Steven's film was based on the design principle success and failure. Kira's film was based on the design principle diversity and inclusion. Autumn's film was based on the design principle, service and compassion.
From this experience, I've learned that filming is not as easy as it seems, and it is very hard to follow the rules while being serious when you're the director.
And I learned how to edit it different ways, and I also learned that panning isn't always a bad thing.
And working with my actors, which was kind of difficult at times, but learning how to operate the camera, and I liked the editing process because I thought that was kind of fun to do.
What I learned from this experience was that, it's not as easy as it seems, and even though it is hard, you have to really persevere and work hard, and you can do anything.
I won the Storyteller Award and the Audience Choice Award, and I was really happy just for the Storyteller one. Because I liked how I did like the flashback in my scene, and I kind of liked the story that I made go along with it, and I was really surprised for the Audience Choice Award, so I was really happy.
Like when we were starting, when we first learned how to do the movie at Carthage, my computer kept deleting my movie, so by the time that it finally accepted it, I could do it with my eyes closed, so I already knew everything.
Teaching screen-based media to freshmen was a journey for both me and my students. As I reflected on the process, I identified key areas that I will modify and specific components that were successful, which I will further develop in the future. First, I would make this a semester-long project. I felt that the 7 weeks that the students had to build background knowledge, practice their skills, and then put their skills to the test by creating their own e-portfolio and original film wasn't enough time. Having a longer time frame would allow students more time to shoot and edit their key exercise and receive feedback before launching their original film. This would help them better understand the planning process, give them more time in the classroom to focus on the storytelling process, demonstrate the importance of shooting enough raw footage, and finally, more time would be available for the multiple levels of editing, feedback, and revision. Components that were successful and that could continue to be developed include the Carthage Tech Day, the continued support through Rosebud Institute, and the Silent Short Film Festival. Having experts in the field and available to work one-on-one with students is a second component that I thought was very successful and one that I would want to further develop in the future. While the students were introduced to an overwhelming amount of information during the one-day tech day, the opportunity to spend time with two experts in the field of filmmaking and e-portfolio design helped them to see and experience firsthand how the language of screen-based media they learned in the front-loading process helps them to better interact with the tools they need and the rule they must adopt in order to create their own film and e-portfolio. The third and final component that was successful was the culminating event, the Silent Short Film Festival. The public venue at Carthage College made students realize the value of creating professional quality work that is worthy of showing a real audience. It gave students a great sense of accomplishment and pride. Having students create a film based on one of the EL design principles, and small things like giving out awards for specific categories and having group t-shirts made really gave the students that sense of community and belonging that we strive for at Harborside Academy. Thank you for watching this film.